back and watched it, you've had some great performances in your career, but did you even kind of shake your head sometimes watching that game against Seattle? It's just how perfect you were. Have you ever been in a group like that for 60 minutes?
I have, yeah. I mean, other good games that I felt like I've played even better. I mean, we just had no incompletions, which is rare, but there wasn't like I felt good. Yeah, I felt good, but I've had games where I feel even better and things are clicking even more. And I think we can get there. We can do even better and continue to improve.
Are you one of those guys that's you're hard on yourself even with a performance like that? Where there's some throws where you're like, oh
Sure.
man, I missed this guy, or I should have done that.
Yeah, no doubt. In that game in particular, there's not going to be very many, maybe a couple that I'd like to have back, but yeah, always some that you're looking at trying to improve on. Why didn't I see that? Why didn't I throw it there? And yeah, that game is no different.
How long did being perfect carry on when you got home?
It didn't carry on very long, no.
You're not looked at as Mr. Perfect?
Nope, not even close.
Last year, the guys game ended. It was controversial ending. Some of you guys took it as motivation to go forward, the rest of the season. But how badly do you want to get them there? Same setting again, going back, this year.
How badly we want to beat them? Yeah, of course we want to beat them just like we want to beat every other team. And they're a good team. They're an NFC opponent. They're a contending team, and a road win in their place means a whole lot. So yeah, we want to go in there and try to get a win.
Got the back of your head a little bit
From last year? No, it's a different team, and no, I think that we all know what happened there at the end, and it was unfortunate the way it worked. But yeah, we'll be ready this week.
So what do you like that, moment motivated you guys the rest of the year, helped you kind of get back on track?
Did that moment motivate us? Maybe a little bit, but like it wasn't like I don't want to dwell on something that was 8 months ago or whatever. I don't think we got like screwed intentionally. I think it was just a mistake that the officials made, and it happens, and that type of stuff happens, and you move on. But no, I don't think we take it personally. And yeah, of course, I think it's more on the lines to answer your question is like we haven't beat these guys 2 years in a row, and that's more on our heads of like, all right, like it's time to try to stop that.
What do you see from them? I know they got a lot of moving parts on the front line, defensive line with injuries, but
Yeah.
still, I think Pittsburgh at 225, 312 on third down, played pretty good.
Yeah, they've been playing really good football. They're a good defense. They're well coached. You can tell they're sound. They do a good job. They got a veteran guy, Eric Kendricks, in the middle. Does a good job getting everyone lined up, and they fly around. They're a good defense.
I saw you shared on Instagram the home run that Kerry Carpenter
Yeah.
did last night. Can you just put into words what this sports city is going through right now from your seat?
Yeah, it's fun. The fans are getting to experience what they should experience. Hopefully, we're giving them some fun Sundays, and the Tigers keep winning games, and it keeps on getting more fun.
Do you get to be a fan and like take off the quarterback hat for a minute when you watch these other teams around you succeed and
Sure.
be young again a little
Sure.
bit?
Yeah, I wish I could go tomorrow, but unfortunately, I can't make it. But yeah, I was watching yesterday on TV, and when that happened, I was pretty fired up.
Perfect opportunity to ask this, but one of your nicknames on your Pro Football Reference page is Mr. Perfect. Where does that come from?
Dude, yeah, I know. I think I take that. I don't know. I'm nowhere near it. I never will be. I don't know where that came from, but yeah, it's not something I've proclaimed.
What's a bye-week look like for you at this stage of your career?
A lot of laying on the couch, a lot of watching football, a lot of walks with my wife and dog, just hanging.
Any good shows to catch up?
No, not really. No, she watches some shows. I haven't been keeping up with it much.
With a lot of guys injured for Dallas, there's a lot of players. It's the next man up in the league. A lot of players take other spots. How do you prepare for players you haven't really seen much up front?
Yeah, it's mostly up front for them right now where they're banged up. So we'll see who ends up playing and adjust accordingly. But yeah, they've got good players waiting in the wings, I'm sure, and we'll be ready for them.
Hey, before we get to football, I've seen a lot of videos lately of you visiting kids in the hospital. I know you stopped a kid who was at the airport who was wearing your jersey. Mm-hmm. Just why is that a big part of kind of what you feel is part of your role in the community outside of just playing football as well?
Yeah, I think really it's if you're just playing, I think for individual greatness, I think there's this level of emptiness that comes with that. I think because I feel like everything that I've achieved, whenever you reach that, you're always just seeking more. And I think when you have something that's you're playing for and it's bigger than you, I think it gives it a little bit of depth, and it makes me I don't know, almost more proud of doing what I'm doing, and it makes me more motivated to you meet these kids and you're kind of this glimmer of hope, this for 5 minutes or however long I talk to them, and it really just it helps me just to have a deeper motivation than just myself and me wanting to achieve what I want to achieve.
Put things in perspective too.
Right, for sure.
Hey, I remember talking to a lot from last year after that Dallas game. Y'all were a little pissed off after, obviously. How much did you guys use that as motivation going into the rest of the season? And is that something that's still in the back of your head? Like, hey, we want to get them back. How that ended last year?
For sure. I mean, Dallas, they've gotten us the last couple of years, and as controversial as last year was, it was last year, and so I think we're very hopeful, and we're all just ready to go over here, and we're just we're on a mission this year, and we're not going to let the past define us.
How do you look at them on film? I mean, they have had an up and down start to the season. What stands out as far as Dallas on tape?
Yeah, I haven't gotten to watch a ton of them yet because it's a little early in the week, but I think just being in the team meeting, I think hearing that their defense is kind of turning things around these last couple games. They've been playing at a high level, and obviously I think we saw Dak win the game for them whatever night, maybe a Sunday night. So he's a problem. We got to stop Dak. We got to stop CD, and it's kind of that's our goal. Those guys really make that offense go.
When you see an offense like this, they want to throw the football. Like that's what they do. I think they average like 80 yards per game on the ground, so they're going to throw it. And I think they're number 2 in the league. Do you get excited as an edge rusher when you know that you're going to face an opponent like that? Who more often than not is going to give you more chance to sack the quarterback than tackle the runner.
For sure. Yeah, it's I'm sure. I'm not quite sure how they're going to attack it. I bet they're going to try to throw it a lot, but they tried to establish the throwing game a little bit in their last couple games, so they probably will try to do that against us. So I think we're ready for all the outcomes that will happen in this game. But hey, if it turns into that kind of game, then I'm all for it.
Even after you guys beat the Rams last year, it kind of sounded like you were not disappointed that you had another home game, but disappointed you couldn't go back to Dallas. I guess just what do you remember about the emotions that you felt at that time without the win?
You're talking about the Dallas game or the okay. I think we all were very motivated to go back there. I think we all really wanted to play at Dallas for the divisional. That was our goal. Obviously, you can't always have what you want, but we've been blessed with now having to play them 3 years in a row. So it's we get to try again and do the best we can to win the game.
Is that part of the stepping stone of becoming an elite team in the NFC? Is knock off a team like Dallas that you've struggled with, beat San Francisco, obviously we lost with. Are those the kind of measuring stick games somewhat?
I don't know. I think the NFL is so week to week. It's so hard to tell. I mean, we could, it's just there's so many outcomes that can happen in every game, and it's just all about the one-on-one matchups and the matchups for this game. It's just every game pans out so differently. That's why you can't judge a team too much just based on, if we beat Dallas or anything else happens. So, yeah.
Your thoughts on the strength of the division right now? Every NFC North team is above 500.
I didn't know that. What are the Bears? I don't even.
3-2.
3-2. Yeah, they just beat. Who did they just beat?
And every team has a plus 20 point differential.
Yeah, no, it's a strong division, man. It's we gotta run for our money this year, so we're gonna do everything we can to get that repeat.
What do you make of the energy the Tigers are pumping into this town alongside what you guys are doing?
I know, man. I know. I couldn't watch the game last night or 2 nights ago, whenever it was, but I guess we got an off day on Wednesday, so I might be going, but I forgot we had an off day on Wednesday, so now I planned some things, so I think I might be out, but I'll definitely be watching them. So.
There's a lot of guys in this room that are picking up on the vibes, but we always ask you about, hey, you're from here. Do you remember what they were going through from that last run with the Verlander and Cabrera teams, and how much does this kind of feel like that?
Honestly, I was never too much of a baseball fan. I just knew we were good when I was growing up, and then we kind of got bad for a while, and now we're kind of back a little bit. So no, it's it was so much fun. Just you kind of know the big names growing up. I knew we had some of those big names, but I mean, on their roster, I think I just saw we had like the youngest roster or something in the MLB, and I think it's just wild. Their whole story is wild. It kind of reminds me of I saw they had like a 0.02% or 0.2 chance to make it. It kind of reminds me of my Michigan team from our senior year. I think we had like a 0.1% chance to make it to the playoffs, and so I see a little correlation. Yeah.
Sorry, last question from you. But you came in with Josh Pascal. He's gotten a bigger opportunity now, next man up type of thing. I guess how excited are you for him to show what he can do, and just what have you been able to see from him through that first game of him getting the full 35 minutes?
Yeah, I mean he's so physical, and it's funny that he's coming back on this game because he came back on this game 2 years ago when he came back from when he was injured our rookie year, and we got to play together for the first time, and we were just out there. I remember I was sitting on the bench with him my rookie year, and we're like, we're having fun right now, So I think it's funny that if we kind of get the same thing now again, Dallas 2 years later, we're both more experienced, so it's gonna be fun. I love playing with him.